Welcome to another episode of the Niner Sickness Podcast. Two OGs talking 49er football. My regular co-host is not available today. He is sick, so please keep Peter Lucas in your prayers. He's fighting an infection. He will be with us next Tuesday, but tonight, in his replacement, we have our boy Brandon from Forever Faithful Podcast. What's up, Brandon?
What's going on, Beto? How's it going tonight?
It's going good, man. It's going good. We're going to talk 49er football. We're going to break down the matchups between the Niners and the Jaguars right after this. And yes, Christmas already. Let's go. Welcome. Oh my goodness. I got to fix that. It always goes to that screen first. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. How's everybody? We are live, all the way live from Northern California, baby. Let's go. We're talking Niner football. As you can tell, I have my Christmas tree. I got my little lights in the background. A tradition here in the Casa Luna or Niner sickness, we like to start Christmas in November. Some of you guys already see my post. I got a whole village in my living room with a 9-foot tree. We like to do that before Thanksgiving. The wife and I like to start it early so that we can take advantage of 2 months. So why not bring it on with you guys? With that said, Brandon, thank you for stepping in for Mr. Peter Lucas tonight. How have you been, brother? How was your week?
I'm doing well, man. Just working away. I'm joining in from my computer right now, so if you want to.
Okay. I was like, am I tripping here?
There you go.
All right, hold on. There we go.
I'm here.
Much better. All right, cool. Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute, you're calling? How in the heck? Tripping. All right, guys, get ready for a great show. But before we get started, please remember to wipe your feet before getting started and smash that like button. We're also going live tonight on Mr. Brandon's channel, so make sure to hit that like button there as well. And I believe we're going live on Pete's channel, so even though he's not with us tonight, make sure to go over Pete's channel and hit the like button there. Let me go ahead and welcome the cast real quick, Senor Brandon. We got Niners Throwback in the house. What's up, Niners Throwback?
What's up, Throwback?
We got Jimmy Perez in the house. What's up, Jimmy? We got Roberto Davis. Dang, Christmas already? Heck yeah. That means we're closer to a Super Bowl. If we don't screw it up, that is.
Beto.
Huh?
Hey, for some reason, it's not showing up on my channel.
It should.
Is there, if there's a way to?
Yeah, go on. The only way I can think is go real quick to
Restream
and see if it's in there. I can't do it from here once I'm in.
Yeah, it's in here. It's just for some reason it's not.
If it's there, it should be showing. That's weird.
That is weird. Hold on, let me see.
All right. So Christian McCarver is in the house. What's up, Christian? Good to see you, my friend. Beto, going with the Christmas music already. And we got to start the holidays early and get people excited. The bye week is over with. We're day 2 of the week of preparation for the Jaguars. Chase Young is now a new member of the San Francisco 49ers. Let's see if he will make a difference in our defense. Hopefully they got their shit together throughout the bye week and figure this out. Let's see if Kyle and Steve Wilkes figure this out and get it going. We need a victory going into Jacksonville. Now, we match up with Jacksonville very well. I believe Jacksonville has the 13 overall offense with a third defensively. So I think we match pretty good with the Jaguars. How do you think we're going to do against the Jags, Brandon? Do you think the addition of Chase Young is going to change the course of this defense? Do you think it's going to bring some type of light or life, I should say, into this defense, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think so. I think the addition of Chase Young is actually gonna boost up the defense for sure. I just saw the depth chart going to this week's game, and Chase Young is officially starting on the opposite side of Nick Bosa. So it's gonna be interesting to see for sure. I think everybody's gonna bounce back this weekend, especially because we got Debo back too, and I believe we got Trent Williams back as well. So I think we'll go back to our regular selves and start winning games again. I'm not saying this Jaguars team's gonna be an easy dub, but just look out for it.
Yeah, the Jaguars are playing good football, bro. They're playing good football. This is not a walk in the park, to say the least. Any Niner fan that thinks it's going to be, based the way we played against the Bengals, the Cleveland Browns, and the Minnesota Vikings, losing 3 games in a row, for damn sure this game is not going to be easy. It's played in Jacksonville. One thing I don't like about the schedule, bro, and the NFL is that we have already faced 2 teams coming off their bye. We're going to face a third one later on with the Cardinals. And when we go on a bye, instead of having a little bit of a leverage playing a team that played the week before, nope. Guess who has a bye as well? The Jacksonville Jaguars, and they're playing at home. So what's up with that? Why do you think the NFL has it for the Niners, bro?
It's I don't know. I don't really have an answer for that, dude. To be honest with you,
Apparently not.
I think it's just the way the game is. To be honest, I don't know.
That's all good, bro. That's all good. We'll put Mr. McCaffrey up there to cheer you up.
Still trying to figure out this stupid thing.
I see you live. So I don't know what you're tripping on.
From mine?
Yeah. Well, at least your Facebook is live. I don't know if your YouTube
Facebook is, but not.
It's weird. You have to let's see here. What's up? Daniel Cantu's in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you, my friend. We got Valve in the house. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the show. So we're facing the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence hasn't been playing great, but he's decent. He's an upcoming quarterback. If we don't put pressure on this guy, if we don't harass him defensively, we can see another outcome like we did with Joe Burrow in the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, the Jaguars don't have that great of a receiving corps, but they have decent receivers. And Trevor Lawrence, number 1 draft pick for a reason, has been playing well, good football. I would like to see the Niners really bring pressure against Trevor Lawrence. I want to see him on his ass. I want to see him be harassed. I want to see him be distraught. I want him to be throwing off his wrong foot. I want to see him not able to make his reads, because if it's not Chase, if it's not Bosa or Armstead or Hargrave, somebody it's in his face. Having that speed, people don't realize, Brandon, that we've been lacking, and the Niners, ever since D Ford had to retire because of injury, the Niners have not truly found that speed receiver they can complement in Nick Bosa. They've been trying it with other players. It hasn't worked out. They was hoping that Drake Jackson will be the guy. I'm not saying he's not in the future, but he kind of gave us a false pretense in the beginning of the year, didn't he? Like 3 sacks right off the bat. We're like, oh, crap. We're heading in for a great season of sacks. Jackson already has 3 in one game. And after that, nothing. So they tried Farrell in there. They brought Randy Gregory in, try to see if he can bring some pressure. And even though Gregory is a great extension and help as a rotational piece, he's not your typical starting defensive end opposite of Bosa. So we were still lacking in that position. And what did they go do? They went and got a guy like Chase Young for nothing. At the very least, he'll be a rental with the option to buy. We don't know what's going to be in the offseason. Maybe the Niners get him. Depending, I think if Chase Young has a double-digit year in sacks, we might keep him and get rid of Brandon, but that's a whole different conversation. Keep that in mind, though. But if he doesn't get the sacks and he's just a rental for 1 year, what did we give up? We paid $500,000 for him, and we only gave up a third comp pick, not even the Niners' third pick, a comp pick, which is the bottom of all the thirds. So it's like a 95 to 100 spot for the Commanders. And if we do lose him in 2025, most likely we'll get that third round back as a comp. So great pickup. Do you think that Chase can finally be the one, that D Ford player that we've been missing? As you know, Hargrave kind of is replacing Buckner. Now you have more experience. Bosa, Armstead is who he is. Now with the addition of that extra speed and power opposite of Bosa, do you think this offensive line can kind of get back to somewhat what they were in 2019?
Yeah, I think so. I think like with the addition of Chase, I think it's going to be more dominant, and especially because instead of double teaming Nick Bosa, now they have to worry about Chase Young on the other side. So that's going to be a plus for Bosa as well. So I'm excited to see this defensive line, dude, this weekend. To see how different it's going to be with Chase Young in there now. So it's going to be interesting to see. And then also too is I want to see if it's true that Kyle wants Steve on the field. So we'll see if that happens this weekend as well.
Yeah, talking about Steve on the field, bro, I honestly, I don't think it matters. I think the whole thing, I want Steve Wilkes to be where he feels most comfortable. If he feels comfortable in the box, let him be. I don't think these players need a pat in the ass. They don't need this rah-rah guy. It's nice to have. It was fun. I think the whole rah-rah from D'Amico Ryans and Robert Saleh was more for the fans to enjoy the hype and everything. But I think as Niners, as players, these are professional players making a lot of money. Nick Bosa, it was said that when everybody went off to their hometown on the bye, Nick Bosa stayed behind at the facility. Why? Because he wanted to... Chase was there as well, and he wanted to bring Chase up to speed for the game that we're going to be facing against the Jaguars on Sunday. That was Bosa showing his maturity. A man like that doesn't need a rah-rah guy snapping on the ass telling him everything's going to be okay. So I'm okay with Wilkes being in the box or the field. It doesn't matter. All I want him is to make the proper adjustments. Trust your players. Trust the people you have at hand. I understand that Wilkes likes to bring in his format of how to defend. Rely more on the front four. Let him go hunt. Drop 7. Play zone. Play quarters. Get away from the man on man, and exposing the middle of the field. You play zone. You don't give up the big play. You give little chunks here and there. That's fine. This is why we have Warner and Greenlaw there. So I would like to see him play a little bit more zone, more quarters than we have been. But this is the trick. Against the Jaguars, they destroy defenses that play zone. They struggle with defenses that play man. So this will be a team that you would think that he will continue to play man to better defend Trevor Lawrence. What kind of formations and style of football do you think that Steve Wilkes should play this Sunday against this type of offense, in your opinion?
I'd say man sometimes, and I think you said zone as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking the same thing. Zone. I think as long as we get pressure from the front 7 on Trevor Lawrence, our back end shouldn't be as what do you call it? Worried.
Vulnerable?
With the receivers. Yeah. We've seen the past 3 weeks. So that's what I hope happens, to be honest with you. Because us not getting the pressure that we usually get from our front 7 is what's killing the backfield with these wide open receivers and just them running all over us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
absolutely. No, I'm with you. I think the Niners definitely need to work on providing that pressure against Trevor Lawrence, get him off his game, throw him off, let him hear footsteps. I would like to see stunts, cross stunts being done by Bosa. I would like to see the Niners just put the quarterback on his ass, basically. Play it simple. Put the quarterback. Listen, they said the best way to help a secondary, obviously, is to get a top flight corner they can cover and they can keep up with the receivers. But if you don't get that position filled, the next best thing is to put pressure on a quarterback, to put pressure on the quarterback and get him on his ass, make throws he doesn't want to throw, where we can easily take advantage of that and intercept the ball. So the Niners were trying to get a corner, and it sounded like they wanted the corner from the Bears. The Bears just sounded like they wanted too much for him. They couldn't get it to work, so they didn't get him. But they got the next best thing. They got Chase Young that is going to help to bring pressure. And like Brandon said earlier, if you can get to the quarterback, if you can put him in positions to make mistakes, that offensive line of the Jaguars isn't good. Now, because of that, he has been throwing the football much quicker and releasing it quicker than he normally does. That's something that we're going to try to figure out. But having speed on the outside is going to help out. Not only that, Brandon, but bringing Chase in, he's also going to help against the run, stopping the run. That's something that we have to do. We've been getting exposed the last 3 weeks against the run. We can't play our style of football if the Niners can't stop the run. They got to stop the run. And we're from there. With the addition of Chase, I think that will take place. Hopefully, that's what happens. You said the Demon's coming back. I don't think Trent Williams is a for sure thing yet. He still might miss. We'll find out more on Thursday, according to David Lombardi. Trent normally misses every Wednesday's practice anyway, so we won't get a clear indication whether Trent will be ready to go or not until Thursday. But Debo is projected and heading in the right direction to playing, and we know how important Debo is to this offense. How much of that is going to help out Brock Purdy against the Jags, bro?
I think it's gonna help out a lot, dude. Having Debo back in there in the lineup is gonna help for sure, especially with the plays calls for Debo. Um, it opens up the field a lot more too, because the past 3 weeks that it seemed like Purdy was just throwing to Brandon Ayuk a lot, and nobody really else besides George a little bit was getting the ball, and also CMC. So having Devo back in there, it's gonna help out the offense a lot more. Um, so it's not just one person to get the ball like we have seen. It's gonna be Debo a lot, or you know George Kittle, hopefully. So stuff like that, and then also going back on you saying about the corner dude for the trade. I heard that actually the corner from the Bears didn't want to get traded, and that's why the Bears ended up not trading him at all. And the stuff you heard about the whole they're about to get the deal done with him, it's all a lie. And this is coming from John Lynch. He was on KMBR like the next day and saying, "Oh yeah, that's not true at all. None of that happened." So
Yeah,
just
I know.
clarifying
I
that
know.
real quick.
I like that. Appreciate it. I think the story with the Giants was a little bit of a. I think that came from a fake account. That
Yeah, that was a lie.
yeah, that was definitely a lie.
Yeah,
The guy with the Bears.
clarify it.
Yeah, yeah. I think the guy in the Bears they were pursuing. Like you said, maybe he didn't want to be traded, and you can't make him come. But I like Ward. I like Lenore. I think the area that we're very vulnerable in missing a player like Jimmy Ward is in the slot corner. K1 Williams was the greatest slot corner that I like. Hopefully, now that they open up a 3-week window for Womack, what's the other receiver, the rookie corner that we picked up? Can't think of his name right now. Luter. And we opened up the window for Beal Jr., that defensive end. Now, let me explain to people what a 3 window means. Means that within those 3 weeks, they can practice with the team, but they don't count against the 53-man roster. They don't have to be on the roster. They can practice. They can showcase how they're doing from injury, and basically what's going to happen with these 3 guys: Samuel Womack, Beal, whatever his name is, Jr., and Luter, is if they can showcase that they can make a difference in this defense, the Niners will sign them active to the roster and then move someone else out. But if they don't practice great, if they don't make a difference in the practice field, then the Niners have the option to shut them down for the rest of the year. So once the window's open, you only got 2 options: sign them to the active roster or shut them down for the rest of the year. So these 3 players are going to have to showcase that they are worthy of being signed to the active roster, and they'll be able to help out once they're on the roster. Otherwise, they will be shut down until next year. Out of the 3, I don't think all 3 are going to make the active roster. Out of the 3, who do you think has the best chance of making it?
Um, it's a good question, Beto. I'll let you answer yours first, and then I'll get mine. I want to hear your take, bro.
That's not the way it works, but we'll make it work, bro. We'll make it work.
I'm sorry. I'm just
It's,
distracted with my damn channel not working.
let it go, bro. We'll make it work tomorrow. We'll do something tomorrow for it. I should be working. Your other channels are working, so it's weird. But
Yeah, I know.
let's just say Womack, because this will be his second year. He has a little bit more experience. He's played well in the slot. I can see him being activated. He has NFL experience. Luter it's a rookie. It's hard to get rookies. We already know Kyle doesn't like to play rookies, for one. Two, it's hard to play rookies when they have the whole off season and they're in training camp and they're and so forth, and preseason games. Luter didn't do any of that because of the injury. So for him to get signed, I mean, he really has to impress in the practice in order for them to do that. I just don't see that. And Beal, even though he's a defensive end, he has speed on the outside, and we want him. I think he ran a 4.4, so he has excellent speed. But now that we added Chase Young, how many defensive ends can you have on the roster? So because of that, I think he'll get shut down as well. Again, now if they practice and they work their ass off and they showcase that they can be valuable on game day, then heck, we'll see what happens. But I expect them to get shut down. So I think out of the three, Womack will be the one that gets signed to the roster. And we're already deep roster-wise. So, and we do need help in the corner slot. And what I mean corner, I'm not saying putting Womack there. I think this is just my opinion. They're going to try Womack on the outside opposite of Ward and bring Lenore in. Why? Because even though you got Womack, who is smaller size, they can cover better. He's not that great against the run. He gets pushed over against the run, and we need a corner that can do the run and the pass. And I think Lenore is more fitted to do both of those as a corner. This is why Isaiah Oliver is amazing against the run, but can't cover for shit. So I think they're going to try to move Womack on the outside and move Lenore on the inside. And hopefully that adjustment is going to give the front forward opportunity to get to the quarterback. Because the front complements the back, Brandon, and the back complements the front. If the back can hold on and cover well, and the quarterback doesn't get to have a receiver open right away, guess what the quarterback has to do? He has to hold the ball a little bit longer than he wants to, therefore allowing your front four to eat. If you guys in the back can't cover and the quarterbacks are just getting rid of the ball, as they have been, while Bosa's getting there, but right before he brings him down, the ball's out of his hands. So they have to complement each other, and hopefully they will. But adding someone with the speed of Chase may make these quarterbacks get out of rhythm, and hopefully we'll start seeing that against the Jags. How soon do you think, Brandon, that Chase will pay dividends coming into the system? Not what you hope he would do, but based on football knowledge and the way he plays, how soon do you think he'll play any dividends in this game?
Yeah, I do actually. I really do. I think you're gonna see the difference right away this weekend. I really do. And then going back on that last question, Beto, I'm gonna say Womack as well. I think we haven't seen him all season yet, and I think he's due for getting in on the field and having a good ass game. I mean, you saw how he was during preseason, so I mean, it's only time because Oliver isn't cutting it right now. So it's gonna be interesting to see for sure. And then one more thing is, did you see that they had some players get tried out too this week?
Yeah, I know one that was in there.
You know who was in there?
The all faithful, Mr. UPS himself.
Deontay Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Dante Johnson.
Dante Johnson. And they didn't sign him, believe it or not. That was surprising to
right.
me. The fact that they brought him in didn't surprise me. The fact that they didn't let him they let him walk surprised me. So I don't think Dante Johnson, I mean, he never was a good football player. He was just beloved by the Niners because of all the times he was made himself available. I think it's more of a relationship they have with him. But at this point, the Niners can't afford to play nice. They're trying to win a championship. They're trying to get a ring. I don't think there's any point in time right now where John Lynch can say, well, Johnson, we love you. You're a great guy in the locker room, but you can't do shit in the field. There's no time for that. I'm sorry, we love you. You're a great person, but we don't need a great person. We need a good player. And unfortunately, you can't be that right now. Therefore, your ass is not coming back. You're going to be like Brandon's YouTube channel. You just can't work right now. Like the way I threw that in there. Beto and B. Hey, it's not my fault it's working. Just
yes, it is your fault.
No, why is everything else work? But your stupid channel. And I didn't mean to say stupid, but it is stupid. But I didn't mean to say it. But you know what I mean. Stupid, not
Twitter
saying stupid.
Works, Facebook works.
Twitch
was working.
What, Twitch? I don't know if I put Twitch.
I put Twitch. I added it on there and it was working fine. Now it's not working.
See? How's that my fault?
It's because I messed with it. That's why.
Oh, you.
Whatever.
I think you're the one that messed with YouTube.
No, it was working fine, dude.
Oh, so it was working. Now it's not.
For some reason it didn't go live. I don't know why.
That's weird. Pray for Brandon.
The only one.
Pray for Brandon. His channel's not.
His channel is not working, and I don't know what to do. Guys, what should we do?
Hi, puppy.
Hi, puppy. You want me to get you a puppy? Do you need a hug?
No, I have one already. No.
Do you need me to go on the field and rah you and then slap you on the ass?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm divorcing you.
Well, you can only divorce somebody you were married to, bro. You got me confused with someone else. Can you try to connect my channel on your end? I can't.
Huh?
With Ecamm, if I make any changes through Ecamm, I have to shut it down. Why they do that like that, I don't know. Ecamm's weird. Once you go live, the only way to get off is if you get shot.
Bebop says it right. Pobrecito.
Pobrecito. Oh. Crying for little things. There's people dying in the Middle East, and this guy's worried about his YouTube channel.
Chill. What'd you tell me? What'd you tell me earlier?
I don't know. Probably a lie if I don't remember. What lie did I tell you?
Nothing. Let's just continue on, Mule. Forget it.
I don't know. Now I'm
about
curious. What did I say? Type it in the chat, in the private chat. But I'm curious. But anyway, getting back to football. Listen, guys. It's a new season. It's the second half. We're 5-3. It is what it is. We struggled the last 3 games. The Niners been in situations like this before. Let's keep it real. I know each season is different. I know a lot of us are anxious for a Super Bowl win. We want to win. We want to win. We want the Super Bowl. We all want it. And I understand the frustration of coming so close and nothing. We've been in this position before. It's not a great position. Well, actually, this year, even though we lost 3 in a row, we are in a better position than we were 2 years ago and last year. 2 years ago, what were we, Brandon? 2-4? Can't hear you.
I'm on mute. Sorry. We're 3-3.
That was last year, 3-5. And the year before, I think it was 2-4. My point being, I spoke this on my channel yesterday or the day before. I don't remember when I went live, but I said this. Everything's about perspective. If the Niners would have started the season 0-3, if they would have lost their first 3 games, right? We'll be devastated. Oh my God, what's happening? The world's falling. The world's falling apart. What's going on? And then let's say we would have won 5 games straight. And at the half, which is the bye, we would have been 5-3. People will be more happy with the 5-3 and fired up, ready to go because we started 0-3, right? But because we started 5-0 and we lost the last 3 games, now everybody's ready to give up on Kyle, John Lynch, their mothers, their dogs. They're ready to give up on everybody. And I'm like, be patient. Be patient. I always screw it up. How does it go? This is a marathon. It's not a marathon, but it's a
sprint.
It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. There you go. Thank you.
Yep.
This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. The Niners have done this before. They faced adversity and they got them back. The last 2 years we've been in the NFC Championship game. 5-3 is not a bad spot to be. Now, the Eagles are 8-1. The chances of having home field advantage, I'm not saying that it's not something we can reach, but we should be focused more on winning. Yeah. And it can happen because we went on a 3-game scale. We were not expecting our team to do that. And I just want to clarify this, Brandon. And I want to get your input as well. The whole shit about Brock Purdy playing like crap is so full of nonsense, bro. There's so many holes in that statement. I understand Brock Purdy has made some crucial mistakes. He needs to clear that up. He needs to fix that. You can't turn the ball over. No, nobody's arguing that. But you know that out of those 3 games that he played, you know which, if I tell you which was his best game, do you know which one it was? The one against the Browns, Minnesota, or the Bengals? Which do you think was his best game of those 3 games?
The 3 that we lost, right?
Mm-hmm. Of the 3 losses, what was his best game? He had 2, but the best one.
I'd say which one was the one that he had like 365 yards? Was that the Bengals game or was that the one before?
Yeah. No, that was the Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals for sure.
You're right. Not because of the 365 yards, but you're right. That is also a big part of it too. I'm not trying to take that away from Purdy, but if you watch and you break the film, which I love to do, I like to break the film down. If you look at the film and you break it down, you see a lot of plays made by Brock Purdy that were incredible. Incredible throws. He threaded the needle. He got it to the receiver in between defenders. He made such great throws. But unfortunately, it has been overlooked because of the mistakes he made late in the game. Turnovers will always supersede the good throws he made all game, right? It's like you can do 10 things right, but that one screw up will define you at that moment for what it is. It's unfortunately, but it's the truth. He had a great game against the Vikings and a better game against the Bengals. The one that I can say he had a bad game, really bad, was against the Browns, but yet, Brandon, he was able to maneuver his team, get him down the field to win the game by a field goal, 41 yards. It's not like he was kicking 65, 70 yards, 41. If the rookie would have made it, we would have had that game won. So, and that was his worst game. Now, the whole Minnesota, we could talk about the dumb call from Steve Wilkes right before the half, calling an all blitz. But I'm going to defend Wilkes a little bit. Even though he made a bad call, 10 times out of 10, that call should have never been made on 10 when you have 13 seconds to go right into the half. You don't call an all blitz. You play cover zone. You defend the back end, right? You have a deep, at the very least, you have a deep safety sitting back there to try to prevent anything going in. But with that said, Wilkes made a bad call, but Ward got bitch slapped. He intercepted that football. He made a huge play, intercepted that football, and Addison said, nuh-uh, my friend. You're not going to do that shit twice on me. One was on you. Now I'm going to return the favor, and went and took the damn ball from him. But because we didn't have a deep safety in coverage, he was able to go 60 yards for a touchdown, and that was still the mistake of Wilkes making that call right there and then. But it was Ward being, bitch slapped. I'm sorry, I can't. There's no other way I can put it. So I put the blame on both of them, because if that play would have been made by Ward, none of us would have been talking about about that call. None of us. Still a shitty call. Still a call that shouldn't be called, but we would have been talking about it. It would have been emphasized. Why? Because that 60-yarder wouldn't have happened. But I want to, with all that conversation that I just said, bro, I want to give you the mic and ask you, what have your thoughts been of Brock Purdy since week 1 to the bye overall?
I think he's looked good. We knew that he was gonna have some struggles through the season, but honestly, he's been looking good through what was it, 7 games? So yeah, he's made some stupid mistakes, but those are bound to happen. So I still haven't lost faith in him. I think we'll be all right the rest of the season. You're on mute, bro.
Yeah, I just saw that. I just wanted to add. I wanted to balance it out with you. I don't want you to be the only guy that gets muted. So there we go. We're both. That's backing each other up, right?
Yep.
Shut up.
Don't make fun of me. I'm very sensitive.
But
no, mommy's way.
I know, mamis. I got my feelings on my wrist.
Hey, don't be talking about my son like that.
Anyway, the whole thing with Brock Purdy, and Randy made a great point here. Thank you, Randy Daytona. 350 yards, 57 rush, and I want to focus on the rushing yards. All I heard that Brock Purdy is not mobile. All I heard he's not athletic. None of these haters that were sucking somebody, a quarterback that is not with the Cowboys, too much. That they just hit. Now, I love Trey Lance. I really did. I wanted Trey Lance to be successful. I still do. Not with the Cowboys, though. Not with the Cowboys. Let me keep that clear. But I would like him to be successful somewhere else. But he's gone. He's not the problem no more. But I wanted him to be drafted here. He was. He didn't work out. Regardless of Brock Purdy falling in their laps or not and saving their careers or their coaching job, I don't care about that. He fell in the lap. How he got that far, I got no clue. But he got there. Right now, imagine no Brock Purdy. And we went through the shit we went through with Trey Lance. We're not worried about a 5-3 record today. That would be the least of our problems, right? But yet people want to complain about we're 5-3, we lost 3 in a row. And I'm not saying that losing 3 in a row is great. It isn't. But this team has a good quarterback. Does he have I keep hearing elite, MVP. Who cares about elite? Who cares about MVP? What is he doing today? Is he winning games? In the beginning of the season and last year, since Brock Purdy came on, he's never lost a game. Besides the Philadelphia Eagles, but he didn't finish that game. That's what we were always saying. People were telling me, I want him to face adversity. I want him to lose some games so that he can get that out of his system, learn from it.
Exactly.
So when we go into the playoffs or the Super Bowl, it doesn't happen there. This is a Niner fan saying this, right? He lost 3 games in a row. Now the same people are saying he's no good. He's trash. It's like, what do you guys want? You want him to lose games so he can kind of get that out of the way, and then you're pissed off when he loses the games. It's like you're bipolar. Stop it.
That's our fan base, bro. They're never happy.
No, they're never happy. Brock Purdy is leading a lot of categories. with the Mahomes and,
Yeah.
and the Josh
He is.
Allens. He is, yeah, exactly. Now, I'm not going to compare them to Josh Allen and Mahomes, but he doesn't need to be compared. The only people that compare him to those guys are the fan base. Is he good or not good for this team under this system? That's all that should matter. It doesn't matter if he can play with the Cowboys and be better. It doesn't matter if he's not with, if you take him out of Kyle's system, who gives a rat's ass whether he can perform or not perform in another system? He's not over there. He's here. He's producing. He's playing good football with this team. He lost Debo. We're getting Debo back. Hopefully we can get back on our winning trajectory and get back and scoring more than 17 points. The minute that we hit past 17 points against the Jags, I'm going to be fired up because that 17 number, I'm pissed off about it. I can't stand 17.
Yeah, same.
And
also,
we're all
too,
30s.
Another thing too is they're also saying, he doesn't know how to come from behind. And then people are saying he's a system quarterback. All this stuff, and I'm just like, dude, he's been playing good football.
So let me ask you a question, Brandon. Every coach from every NFL team, do they have a system that they go by with their team?
Yeah.
So define to me what a system quarterback is. Isn't all the quarterbacks, including Mahomes, including Joe Burrow, aren't they system quarterbacks too? They're playing within the system, right?
I would say so. Because who knows how they would be on a different team.
Yeah, but my point is, they're playing a system that was designed for them. Now, some of them can do a little bit more. They can improvise. And people don't realize 57 yards rushing by a quarterback like Brock, what do you call that? Improvising. Making plays with his legs when they break down. Keeping lives.
He gets out of those collapsed pockets.
Yeah, when he should be sacked and he runs for a first down. He is doing what it takes to move the ball, move the chains. Now, has he made some crucial mistakes? Yes. Has he thrown some? But Patrick Mahomes has more interceptions than Brock. Josh Allen has more.
Mahomes lost against Denver, bro.
To a team that gave up 70 points to the Dolphins. And we know the Dolphins are not even a good team. Yet, guess how many touchdowns Mahomes had in that game against the Broncos?
Zero.
Now, is everybody ready to fire Mahomes? No. And if they are, they're stupid.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Kyle Shanahan doesn't win a Super Bowl yet. I'm not saying that people can't criticize him. I'm not saying that he's unapproachable. He's very approachable. You can't criticize him. There's some things that Kyle does that pisses me off and pisses a lot of people off. But you can't sit there and tell me just because he hasn't won a Super Bowl yet, he's not a great coach. He's hell of a coach. It will be great to add to that resume by winning Super Bowls. Andy Reid, I know, and I'm not going to mention Dion. I love my boy Dion. He says he's not patient. He doesn't want to go the Andy Reid route where it took him 20 years to win a Super Bowl. But that's reality. That's reality. Everything doesn't go through a drive-through. Everything's not microwavable through the microwave. Sometimes you got to cultivate it. You got to work on it. You got to keep knocking on the door so that eventually the door might be open. And I love my boy Dion. But luck is definitely part of football. Ain't nobody going to tell me otherwise. You know that play where Fred Warner knocked the ball out of the player and it rolled and it hit somebody's leg, and I think it hit Lenore's leg and it stayed in bounds, and then one of our defenders caught it. It's a football that is not round. Okay, first and foremost, what are the odds of it hitting Lenore and staying in bounds? If that's not luck, I don't know what is. The play by Fred Warner was skill play. Knocking it out, that was a great play but everything else after that was pure freaking luck. The play that just happened with the Browns, where the ball was intended for Cooper, it hit a defender, deflected it, it bounced up further, Cooper ran around into the end zone and caught it again for a touchdown. That wasn't even meant to be a touchdown. What do you call that? Do you think that was brought up in the game plan? Well, when the defender of the team we're playing deflects it, you go around and recatch it. That is pure luck. My point being is this. You got to not only be skilled at what you do, very good coaches, very good players, but you also need luck to get to the Super Bowl. If freaking Tart doesn't drop the ball, nobody was around him. Nobody. We win that game. I know we do. Whether we win the Super Bowl, I don't know. But we win that game. And I think the way how bad Cincinnati was hurting offensively, I think we would have won that game. But one bad play, that's luck. Good luck for the Rams, bad luck for us. There's a lot of luck involved. That 70-yarder to Tyreek Hill that we gave up in the Super Bowl. I don't know about you, Brandon, but to me, that was a point of no return. That's when everything changed. And you can feel the momentum change to the Chiefs on that 70-yard pass. It's like the whole air and life got sucked out of the Niners, and we went up losing that game. Now, we want to blame it on Jimmy that he overthrew Sanders. So be it. But it was the defense that gave up those yards that should have shut down. We were doing it all freaking game. So my point is this. You do need luck. Kyle is doing whatever it takes to try to get us to the dance. Okay?
Yes.
But sometimes the pretty girl has to ask the ugly guy out. That takes luck. If we get to the dance, we just might make the Super Bowl, and we might just win the Super Bowl. But at least if you get near the dance floor, you have an opportunity to be asked to dance. If you're nowhere near inside the building, and you're outside looking in, meaning you're not in the playoffs, guess what? No chance of winning the Super Bowl. So my point is this. Yeah. Kyle is good. We got a great roster. We got to remain faithful. We're 5-3. We go and beat the Jaguars, handle our business, get back into the winning ways. We're 6-3. Let's start building off of that. We just seen the Rams get their ass kicked by a bad
and Seattle.
Green Bay. And Seattle got killed by a good Ravens team. But I expected Seattle to lose. I did not expect them to get abused the way they did. 3 points?
Yeah, bro.
3 points? That's it?
Crazy.
Come on. So I'm not worried about the Seattle Seahawks. I'm definitely not worried about the Rams. And the Cardinals are trying to figure out what to do with quarterback over there. All I'm saying is those are winnable games in our division.
Yeah, Rams just picked up Carson Wentz too.
I told Rudy, get ready for the Super Bowl because, oh my God, you guys are in Super Bowl contagion now. What do they even need him for? And then what happened? What happened to the guy that they drafted from Georgia? Rudy was talking about all highly about him in the offseason. They don't even trust him. That's why I love Rudy. Yeah. But Rudy, I love you, bro. If you watch this, but you don't know shit about football. You don't. You're just emotional. But hey, it is what it is. We're hitting about an hour. Go ahead. What were you gonna say? And he froze. I'm gonna keep it like that. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Brandon.
Oh, Brandon. Brandon. You, Brandon. You, Brandon. Here, little Brandon. Oh, Brandon.
Brandon has left the building. There's Vato. I'm going to leave him under until he leaves. Oh my goodness. He's gone. He gone. And he's back. Should I let him back in?
Should I let him back in?
What happened?
I froze, but
I know.
it was funny. I could hear you, and I was trying to talk to you, but my camera was still frozen.
Did you hear me making fun of you?
Yes.
You can't do that to me and me not make fun of it. Sorry, bro.
Hey, so I wanted to play what Debo said today on Up and Adams.
Oh, okay.
About how the Niners feel and everything. If they lost any confidence. Okay,
Go for it.
here we go.
A little adversity, but it sounds like the confidence has not gone down on this team. That's what
Nah,
I'm
not at all. I don't think it went down because, at the end of the day, like, we know what we're capable of. Like, we started off hot, and then, we hit a little bumps in the road. I mean, it's going to happen. So you're not going to win them all. So, I mean, you just got to take it step by step and just preparing the way that we've been preparing and, like, a big emphasis on takeaways and staying on the field and sustaining drives and just getting back to what we were doing.
There's a lot. If you Twitter search Debo, it's all like gifs and memes of like, oh man, he's back, he's healthy. Like, it's about to go. It's over. It's about to go down. That must be nice to see, and we hope it happens. And it will happen, of course, up against those Jags this weekend. Debo, good luck, and thanks for answering our questions.
Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to Debo next.
All right, there we go.
I'm sorry. Whenever I hear her voice, I just get captivated, and I don't listen to nothing else. I think she is so fine. But anyway, back to the show. Oh, you don't agree?
No, I do, but
Okay,
just looking
yeah,
at her
fair.
is even better. Anyways,
But anyway, what do you thought?
well, what are your thoughts?
Okay. I'm going to do what you did earlier. I'm going to throw it back. I didn't pay attention, so I'm just going to ask what your thoughts.
Because you're too busy fucking around with my camera.
Exactly. I'm not going to lie. That is exactly why I didn't pay attention. And I haven't heard it before, so I don't even remember.
Okay. I figured that their confidence wasn't going down at all because, I mean, like Debo said, it happens. We're in the same situation last year, but it was the opposite. It was 3-5, and look we went on a what?
3-5, yeah.
17 win streak, right? 17 game win streak, something like that.
Yeah, it was. I don't think it was 17, but it was a lot. It was like I think 10 or 12. Yeah,
we went on a win streak, so I ain't worried. This team's freaking talented. We got the players.
We do.
We added more depth to the defensive line. We'll be fine. I haven't even lost confidence in this team, so I'm just excited for
Who is she?
Kay Adams.
Jesus. Kay Adams.
Come on, Jesus.
She was on Good Morning. No. What's it called?
Football.
Good Morning Football. Yeah, she was originally on Good Morning Football, and she left there. Now she's starting her own podcast, which is Up and Adams. And one thing I didn't know about her, that guy's what's his name? He does a podcast, not a podcast content. Stitz is his name, I think it's called, or I can't think of his name. My apologies for not remember, but he worked with her in the beginning, and she was on his podcast, and this is like one of us guys, and I can't think of his name, but he was on a podcast and he got fired, and then he started his own podcast just recently. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
No, he's
Nope.
Yeah, okay, but anyway, he knows Kay Adams real well and brought her on his show and shared some stories where him and her were left in a hotel one time by themselves. I'm like, ooh, but he jokingly said nothing happened. But this is like before Kay Adams was who she is today. She wasn't known. She wasn't on TV. They're trying to make it. But it's pretty cool when you hear stories like that. But do you have a picture of her? Maybe I can show my boy Jesus. No, I'm typing his name. No te digo. Kay Adams. Hold on, senor. Let me show you the lovely Kay Adams. I mean, everybody has a preference. You might not think she's pretty, but Jesus, come on.
She's hot.
Like you gotta hate autocorrect. There she is. Come on, that one. I want a nice one of. I want a clear one. There it is.
There she is. Gosh, she's a goddess.
Yeah, she is. She's really nice looking. I wanted to show this one's kind of blurry, so it's kind of like. This is the one I wanted to show, but it's blurry. It doesn't focus in, but it's right there.
Yep.
But anyway, Jesus, that's Kay Adams. She's not only pretty in the outside, but she's very smart. Knows her stuff, and to me, that is what makes a woman complete. It's not just the outer beauty; it's the inner beauty as well, and the smart. You got to be beautiful between the ears. If you're not beautiful between the ears, I don't care how beautiful you look on the outside. It's just like me and my wife. We have great conversations. We have stimulating conversations. We talk about politics. We talk about things that mentally stimulates us. If we couldn't do that to one another, I would have been married for 30 years. I need someone that challenges me and keeps me on my toes. I know Brandon can't do it on here, so I need someone that that graduated past the 3rd grade.
Okay.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
All right, motherfucker. Pinche puto way. You're just dying over there, motherfucker.
I love Brandon. You notice with Brandon, even though he doesn't show it, the more he cusses, the more he pissed off he is. He doesn't try to show you he's pissed off. See, look at him. The more he's pissed, because he doesn't want to show that he's mad, but the more he cusses, even though he does it friendly, he's pissed. But that's my boy Brandon. Is she from California? That's a good question. She's in New York now. I don't know if she's originally from California. I think she's pretty. I'm not like one of those guys that like know everything about her, like where she went to school and what's her favorite color. That's
You're lying. Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. Seriously, the only one I have eyes for is my wife. I know everything. My wife is the only beauty. Hey, I do kiss her ass. It's a nice ass to kiss, but that's besides the point.
All right, going back to the game.
What's up, JR Meadows? He says Chase Young will have 2 sacks and a pick 6. Whoa, bro!
Pick
Talk
6
about
or strip sack.
To me, a strip sack sounds a little bit more doable. Listen, I love Chase Young, but and I respect JR. I know you're saying this because you're feeling confident. You want us to win, but let's tether down our expectations a little bit. That's a little bit too much to put on Chase Young for game 1. If he doesn't, the 2 sacks maybe, but the pick 6, that's a little, I hope we don't judge him by that. If he doesn't commit a pick 6, he's no good. But I love your spirit, bro. I love your spirit. Solo tú, mi amor, solo tú. Ramon Clark,
so,
how you doing, sir? Welcome. What's up, brother?
Hey, so going to this game, who's your X factors?
Real quick, read that statement for me that Randy just put there.
Y solamente tú.
Mira, no es pendejo, si sabe. Sí, tiene brains.
Habla español, mijo.
He's not stupid. He just looks like one, but he's pretty smart.
I'm friends with the stupid over there next to me.
Hey, don't be talking about your family like that, bro. That's not right.
I'm talking to you.
You're talking about me.
Stupid.
Just call me Senor Niner Sickness Stupid. All right, guys. You guys did not watch. Anyway, we're about an hour. We're as you can tell, we're above an hour because we're already acting stupid on the show. So we're not gonna put you guys through that. So normally every Tuesday at 6:30, it's myself and Peter Lucas. We come on here. We bring guests. Today, our boy Brandon was going to be our guest, but unfortunately, Peter's not feeling well. He thought he was going to be better by today. He's still recovering from his illness. Keep him in your prayers. Send good vibes towards him. And I'm glad and honored that my boy Brandon was able to step in his place, help me with the show. But I say this, and I'll keep saying it. It's all of you in the chat that makes this show what it is. So give yourselves a hand of applause. Appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure to like and subscribe. Now, for some reason today, it went on all his channels but YouTube. So real quick, Brandon, where can they find you on YouTube? Give your YouTube name and how they can get you and watch your shows there.
Yeah, so it didn't go on tonight for this show for some reason, but I will be uploading
it off.
this episode to my channel after we get off here, and so it's there. But for our Faithful Podcast, search it up in the search bar on YouTube and hit that like and subscribe button. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers, and once we get there, we'll be doing a patch giveaway. So don't forget that's still going on. Being J Beto Niner Sickness still has the patches.
Yeah, let's get him to 500, and we'll figure out what the price will be. Probably might be even better than a patch. So, you know, the whole point. Let's be honest. Everybody wants to win a free item, and you will. But the whole point of support is supporting Brandon and what he's doing, and he's bringing you Niner content. He's bringing you updates, keeping you informed with your team. He's doing his best to grow his channel. So we are Niner fans. We are the faithful. We support one another. We back each other up. So make sure to subscribe to his channel to back him up, and in return, you'll have the opportunity to win a great prize. You can't. There's no way to lose. So do that. Make sure to follow him. Also follow my friend Pete Lucas channel. I'm trying to think of his name. The Fanatic Podcast.
Niner Fanatic Podcast.
Thank
Niner
you.
Fanatic
So,
Podcast.
I talk to so many people, I always get confused. But Niner Fanatic Podcast, correct. Make sure to follow him as well. Like and subscribe to his channel. And make sure you're also hit the notification bell on my channel, on Brandon's channel, and on Peter's, because me and Brandon, we go live on his channel with Dion and with a gentleman by the name of Christian and Ancho. We come together, we talk 49ers. So in order for you to be able to watch that, is either being subscribed and have the notification bell for my channel and now Brandon's channel, so you don't miss out any of those shows. Until then, thank you for joining with us. Thank you for hanging out with us. Let's go Niners. Let's get back on the winning track. Let's kick the shit out of Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's get that 6th win and go forward. Until then, we are out of here. Go Niners.
Peace.
And happy holidays.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,